Hi Flosstube, my name's Natalia, and this is my channel where I share my love of cross-stitching and some other crafty hobbies. This is my update for last week. Excuse me. So the reason why that's delayed, if you can't hear me, well, I'm probably going to edit out the coughing in this video, but I think I was watching another Flosstuber, Jen, the caffeinated crafter. She was talking about how she had a respiratory infection. I think I have a respiratory infection. Tested negative for everything else as far as COVID, the flu, all that stuff. So, lucky me, it's just an upper respiratory thing. So I am on medicine. Feel like I may be on the mend, but I'm still in the middle of it. So put off me posting my update video. But I'm here, and we're going to try to make this short. And just update you on the progress I've had for the past week, and I'll make sure to edit all the coughs in between because you don't need to hear that. We'll start off with my Ever After Sal. This is being hosted by Forbidden Fiber Co. I bought the kit, so this is the Ever After fabric. It's a 32 Belfast linen, and I'm stitching it 2/2 with the called for threads included in the kit. The last release was this one right here. Why Did You Have to Be So Wonderful? It was a bigger section, but not too bad to stitch up. I started making personalizations in the section because I guess maybe this frame was a little off, but it wasn't too drastic enough to where you would have noticed for this part. But yep, I think they've already released the next section. Obviously I haven't stitched on it for this week yet because this is my project I usually work on my lunch break at work, and I haven't been at work yet this week because I'm dealing with my health stuff. But I might, no, I'll probably just, I'm hoping to be able to go into work later this week, so maybe I'll just keep it for that for now. I can't remember if this section's next or if we're moving down to this section, and then this section, but I haven't peeked to see what the release yet is. I usually download it and then put it into Pattern Keeper, so I'll probably think about doing that sometime today, so at least I have it ready when I want to start stitching the next section. But yep, that's where it's at. Still enjoying it. Really happy. This is one of the first sales that I participated for Forbidden Fiber Co, and so far I am very satisfied. When I finished working on that one, I of course moved over to this piece. I'll insert a picture. Sal is a mystery sal, so I don't have a picture of what that's going to look like at the end. This one is, I'll insert a picture now. It's a Country Garden Samplings art. The one for their A Time of All Seasons series. This is the Sweet Summertime one with the rooster. I'm making modifications to this chart, but for right now, like as far as the rooster is concerned, I think I'm stitching it as charted. I finished outlining the feathers, and I started putting in some of the next color here. This is just a DMC. The outline color was Gentle Arts. That's what it called for. Some Gentle Arts Simply Shaker Onyx. So I got some more progress on this. The last project I work on, I'll insert a picture here. This is Lady Catt by Nora Corbett. It's one of her Nora Corbett pixies. I think she's part of the Bridal Party Pixies. I really like this one the most. It's beautiful colors from that series, and I had it in mind to stitch for a while. I'm already at 50% according to Pattern Keeper. I mean, just look at that. There are going to be so many beads on this. I didn't realize, but then all these spaces here, and there's still like spaces down here at the edge of the petals. Like there's going to be a lot of pretty sparkly bling on this by the time I'm done. So I can't wait to get to the beading. But so far I finished one side of the petal. Actually, I think I have maybe a little bit more stitching to do here. But I already started working up like the front of the dress. And I gotta come back here and finish this petal up. And then work on the back. I think she has some like floral wings. And then I'm doing a skin conversion on this one. I don't think I've settled on colors as of yet, but like the called for skin tones are here. I think it's 4 different. Well, this is actually floral here. It's these shades. I think I might actually set it out for the colors that what are your stitches charted? Oh, here it is. I grabbed the one for the other mermaid. This is the colors for the periwinkle mermaid. And she had a more tan skin colors. I might use these instead of the called for. We'll see how these work out. So I might choose to switch that up. But everything else will be called for. I already got the called for beads. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I've tried a different setup with my tripod, so if I'm able to do this again, this might be a good way for me to do like a better bead with me than my other video. But I've seen that video's already gotten quite a few views, so I'm hoping it was at least helpful to some of the people that requested an example of how I bead my fancy ladies. But yep, this is the main thing I've been working on. The fabric I'm stitching this on, I didn't even say for the other one. I feel like I've mentioned it before, but if you're just joining me, you will not know. The Sweet Summertime I'm stitching on a 36 count linen. It's a Bestitch Me fabric called Fulia Morte. I'm stitching at 1/2 threads. This I'm stitching 2/2 threads, and I believe this is a 28 count. It's a mystery linen. I got it as a gift when I ordered some patterns from Enchanting Layer. They dye fabrics, so maybe this is one of the fabrics that they have in their collection. I have not matched it up, and I don't necessarily want to guess because it wasn't labeled or anything. But if you're interested in this kind of color, I would recommend going to their website and maybe checking out the fabrics that they have available. But yes, I'm very happy with how it's looking on this fabric. I can't wait to do the beading. I made a mistake when I started this. I do center start, so I saved myself because that's as far as it's going to go. I'm a little concerned that the top's going to be like that, but if you saw the picture, the pattern that I inserted, the top won't be as stitch heavy. And it might be just maybe like a few beads that get to the top. And I'm hoping I still have this amount of space. What I'm thinking of doing to fix it is framing it with fabric, like maybe giving it a black frame to kind of set off the colors here. And then framing it in like a frame without glass. After I like do the edgings with maybe some black fabric. I've seen other people do that to like fit it into the hoop, so I'm hoping I have some success. Lessons learned, because typically before I start a project, and I did measure it out, but for whatever reason my measurements were a bit off. What I typically do when I start a project is after I measure out the fabric before I cut it, I will actually grid, but not really grid. I don't go through the whole project and grid it. You might have seen it on my Nightingale Mirabilia. What I do is I just, from the center, I'll count down and then I'll like grid the outside of the border just to make sure I have enough on each side of the fabric as a extra fabric for finishing. And I did not do this before I started this one, but I still feel like I have enough space There's like a centimeter. Maybe a centimeter is being wishful thinking. It's like 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's pretty tight, but I think it'll still be enough to. I'm not super apprehensive about it. I'm feeling pretty good that I can remediate this. So we'll see. Wish me luck with that. But I definitely do want to finish her, and I want to keep working on it and moving forward. So that's everything that I've worked on so far. Haul. I did buy something else, but it's still in the mail, so I won't be able to show that to you right now. Some of the other things that I bought. My husband actually works next to a Joann's, and since we're still down to one car currently, I dropped him off at work, and I was going to pick him up, but while I was waiting to pick him up, he still had to clock off for a shift, so I went ahead and killed some time at Joann's, and they had some yarn on sale, and I do have a friend who's expecting a baby, so I found this. This is a brand that I was interested in making a baby blanket from before, because they have like a fine weight yarn, but they didn't have enough in the color that I needed. And then I noticed that they have these, and they had these at like 20% off, and I don't know if you could apply an additional coupon if you had it. So it just worked out after I bought the other stuff from Joann's to make the tote. I still haven't done that yet, obvious reasons, feeling under the weather. But I got 3 of these to make a baby blanket with. I feel like this is a good colorway for it. It's gonna be a pattern I've done before, but I like the speckling in this, and I think this is like, out of their color ranges, this is as close as I got to what my friend wanted as far as the colors in her baby blanket. We'll see how happy she is at the end of the day with it, but I'm hoping she'll be happy with my choices. So I got this, and then the other thing that I got was a giveaway that I won. I am part of Mirabilia on the Wall on Facebook, and currently they're doing chart giveaways. I think it's monthly maybe, but if you're interested and you like Stitching Fancy Ladies, I would really recommend you go to the Facebook group and request to join. You have to answer some questions, but it wasn't really too intensive a process for me to get accepted. And definitely check it out. There's a lot of inspiration posts on there. It'll really inspire you to like get stitching on some of the mirrors. Maybe you've never stitched a mirror before, but you have a few charts in your stash, and you're trying to find the motivation that you need or inspiration that you need to start on one of them. These ladies post the most beautiful cross stitch pieces I've ever seen. Like, it is so different looking at those pictures that they have on the those photograph pictures that they have when they sell you the charts, compared to seeing one up close when people finish them. They really do look amazing, and the way that people frame them is, just trust me, if you're interested in Fancy Ladies at all, you'll want to join that group. And they're going to continue. This is not the only event that they're doing where they're giving you an opportunity to get a chart. But the one that I won, actually, I was surprised, but it's already gotten to me, was this one. This is 3 for Tea by Nora Corbett. It's the MD 37. So one of the earlier ones. I'm wondering, let me see if I can see. So it says copyright date is 1998. So yeah, this is one of the earlier ones. I wasn't necessarily, this was one I was looking at buying. I was gonna do one of the other mirrors. I think it's like Circle of Friends for my dad. I have 2 other sisters, so my parents have 3 daughters total. And I was gonna do one for him, and now I have one that I can do for my mom. And what I'm probably gonna end up doing is not stitching the wings just stitching the ladies. We used to have a tradition whenever we would go visit our family in Puerto Rico that we would go to my great-grandmother's house and we would drink coffee with her. We would bring fresh bread from the bakery and we would sit down and, you know, eat bread with butter and coffee that she would make us in her kitchen. And she would strain it, you know, and I'm, even like when I was a kid, I wasn't really a coffee person, but I always loved my grandmother's coffee. So she has passed away. I'm happy that I can say that all my biological grandparents are still alive today. My great-grandmother did pass away here, so she's no longer with us in that sense. And I did have an adoptive grandfather. One of my grandmothers remarried. He was also in my life. He's also passed away, but all of my biological grandparents are still alive, so I'm blessed that I can say that. But this is what this reminds me of, and I feel like my mom will appreciate having it. Obviously, I would change the skin tone and the hair color to match up more with me and my sisters. I'm probably going to end up changing one of these dresses too, because they're the same color. In the circle of friends, all the girls are wearing a different color dress. I might just take the colors from that pattern for one of the dresses and change one of these. I might change this one to be like a blue dress, and that way we're all wearing different colors, and I can probably just change the bead colors to match as well. So I'm really happy I got this, and I'm excited about it. But definitely, if you're interested in Mirabilias, maybe you don't have a Mirabilia, but you'd be interested in getting one and trying it out. They're definitely going to be giving away some more. I think all the way until, maybe they're doing it as a monthly thing, and they said something like they had enough until October. And for this one, I think they actually ended up giving 2 out, either 2 or 3. I think somebody put up one, and then the person decided to match it, and then somebody else matched it too. So it's 3 copies of this chart. I can't remember for sure. So you never know, like, what it might end up being. And I think some of the ones they had are the out-of-print ones. I'm not promising anything, but I think I had heard. I don't know if that was one they had already done or if that was one they're doing in the future. But if you're interested, or even if you're a Mira fan, I would definitely recommend joining the Mira on the Wall Facebook group. I'll try to like post the name while in the video so you know what you're searching for. But yeah, so I was really happy to receive that. I'm definitely going to start kitting it up and trying to make some decisions so I can start this. I might start this the same time as I start Circle of Friends and then try to work on them both. That might be nice. So that was the only other haul that I got. And like I said, well, I did get one other thing, but it's still not arrived yet. So when that arrives, I can show you on the next video. Plans. Like I said, I want to focus on working on this. I think I'm making pretty quick work of it. And that is one thing. If you're interested in stitching fancy ladies and you're a little intimidated by the Mirabilias, I would definitely recommend going for the Nora Corbetts. They typically are less colors, less beads, less treasures. Like this one doesn't have any treasures, it just has beads. And this one actually does seem like it has quite a bit of beads, but they're not all like that. You know, there are some that are a lot more simpler that you can, you know, try your hand at. And they still turn out super beautiful, but they're a much smaller sized compared to her Mirabilias, which tend to be quite a different beast in and of themselves, size-wise, and more of a commitment. So I definitely recommend trying the Nora Corbett patterns, her pixie lines. They're very beautiful. She has bewitching pixies, and a lot of people are getting those up for Halloween, and that's going to be coming up. So definitely would recommend that. I'm already at 50%, and I think I've only been working this, I don't know how many days. I definitely haven't put in 10 days of work yet on this, and it's already here, so that's been nice. So, yep, definitely going to be making this my main focus, trying to finish this as soon as possible. Might try another bead with me video when I do that. I've been stitching this mostly in hand, which is a bit of a change. I think for as small as it is, and just the way that I've been feeling lately, that seems like a little bit too much of effort. And also because of as close as I got it to the fabric, it's a little bit awkward getting into a hoop or a Q-snap. So I've just been doing it in hand. I'll just roll it up here, and it's a lot easier for me to work bottom up when I'm stitching in hand. So you can kind of see that in the progression of the design as I'm going. But I like doing it in rows back and forth, working my way up. and I'll just, you know, stitch like this where I'm searching out the fabric to put some tension on my fabric, and, you know, just use my needle to work the stitches. I might do a little stitch with me video when I'm getting close to a finish so you can see how I do that. Probably going to be doing the skin one over one again with the colors that I showed. So that's the main thing. Also trying to catch, you know, stay current on my SAL and maybe work on Sweet Summertime if I finish that block, which I think if it's the smaller one, it shouldn't take that long. But like I said, I haven't actually opened up the, I did get the release for this week, I just haven't seen it yet, looked at it. Yeah. Reminder, we're still planning on doing a, the friendship, am I saying this correctly? Let me look at my notes from the last video. I want to give you wrong information. We're still doing the Friendship Retreat SAL, and we're going to be doing the chart by Sweet Wing Studio, the Noblest part. You can go on her Etsy store and buy this, and purchase it if you want to start with us. I believe the start date for the SAL is going to be August 25th. Stitching Scotty has more information on their channel, so feel free to go follow their Flosstube, and they'll also be participating in the SAL. Other than that, I actually have to catch up on my Flosstube. I know I watched Teresa Little Stitcher's live that she had, and I definitely watched Jen the Caffeinated Stitcher's video. Obviously, she talked about she was feeling the weather, but she showed some amazing progress, and she's really hitting a lot of her goals for the year with her projects, and I'm amazed at how many stitches she's gotten done, and just seeing the sheer, given the sheer amount of projects that she has, she's really sitting down and thinking about the stuff that she wants to get done, and she's getting there. It's amazing to watch her. I would recommend her channel and just going to check it out. She has so many different things that she's working on, and it's always entertaining to watch her videos. You're rooting her, you're like cheering her on. Yeah, like I said, I still have to catch up on my Flosstube, so I think those are all the shoutouts that I really have for this video. So, yeah, more of a short one. Hopefully next time I'll be in better health. I don't know what it is about this year, but I just seem to be, maybe this is a sign that I need to be taking better care of myself. Maybe I just need to slow down and rest up and listen to my body better. The summer's just been something else, but I'm definitely over not feeling well this year. It's happened so many times. I think I had COVID at the beginning of the year. It's just been a lot. So here's to better days ahead. Until next time. Bye.